Every fall and spring, Bloomington Parks and Recreation takes a group of 6th graders from around Monroe County out to Leonard Springs Nature Park to be exposed to their natural environment, learning through hands-on application and real-life outdoor experiences. It is so important to get our children out of the classroom and into nature. It's a wonderful experience and an environment where education can thrive.
Children love being in the out of doors. This is a win-win situation. It's a win for children because not only do they learn the appreciation of the environment, they learn about how the environment works.
Leonard Springs Nature Day is an experiential environmental education program for 6th grade students. It is a partnership between Bloomington Parks and Recreation, Sycamore Land Trust, and the Monroe County School Corporation. Each year we bring 6th graders from Monroe County schools to Leonard Springs Nature Park to engage in an experiential environmental education program. First, let's visit the wetland station. At this station, we'll look at the wetland habitat and how it's important for birds. Hopefully, we'll see some birds that we can identify.
We use the wetlands to talk about habitat and the kinds of things that animals, especially wildlife, needs in their environment to survive. And this is a good visual example because even now when we've had really dry weather, they can see that there's water here and tracks where the animals have come down to drink. And we use birds as a focus because using the binoculars to see birds, living birds, is the animal we're most likely to be able to get a look at. And it's pretty exciting for kids to be able to actually see something through the binoculars and get a good look at them.
Next, let's visit the soil station, where we'll get our hands dirty as we identify soil types, and we'll uncover some fossils as well.
Well, let's say we go home and we look it up on the internet, and they say it's a sea animal. It is? It is a sea animal. Yeah.
What kind?
And we found it here at Leonard Springs.
This station, the soil station, is a very tactile, hands-on experience for the kids. They're able to experience touching, identifying fossils and also a variety of soils that we will go over with them.
Let's start with sand, even though I know that you guys know that this is sand. We're going to do this as kind of like a trial run, okay? So you can put your hands in this and feel that.
Leonard Springs is such a holistic experience in that the kids are able to kind of put the pieces together with all the different stations and become ultimately, hopefully, better stewards of their land, of our area, and of our public parks.
Next, it's on to the forest station, where we'll hug some trees and use tools that foresters use in the field.
A way that you can tell or look at the inside of a tree without cutting it down is with a tool called an increment borer. They get kind of up close and personal with all different kinds of trees, and when they get a chance to measure them, they have to also describe the trees. So they figure out really quickly that a tree isn't just a stem in the woods, that they have different leaves, different bark, different fruits, different colors, things like that, and sort of make a connection between the variety and different kinds of trees there are and how they all are different and valuable. With water, exactly. Water comes up from the roots to the tops of the trees, then leaves. It's a process called photosynthesis. Sugars travel down the roots. These lines, what are these lines called? Yeah, rings. This is the tree cookie. And this is where the 2nd graders get all excited because they think it's a real cookie.
Now let's walk down to the creek station, where we'll determine the health of our stream at Leonard Springs. We'll look at the critters that live there and do some chemical and physical testing as well.
Okay, gasoline, how would that affect you? Where would that even come from?
Cars?
Yeah, cars, right?
So the students get to look at the crayfish up close and see the little swimmerettes on the underside, and see the little claws on each of the legs so that how the crayfish can crawl around. And they can see their stalked eyes. And time permitting, they all want to try to pick it up themselves.
Our final station is the karst station, where we'll look at what's happening underneath the ground and the impacts that we can have on these karst systems.
This station we talk about Well, the definition of karst is what karst includes. We talk about the drainage here in the surrounding area that leads to the spring right down over the hill that we're talking about. Where does it come from? Where does it end up? We talk about essentially what happens above the ground affects what happens below the ground. We demonstrate, we talk about where does the rain go in non-karst areas and karst areas. It acts differently, which is one of the reasons we use this model for it, is a kind of used to demonstrate that.
Remember to bring a packed lunch with your favorite foods for your Leonard Springs Nature Day trip. You'll eat lunch with your group during your designated time and have a chance to meet with Boris. Now remember, it's important that you dress appropriately. You will need to wear closed-toed shoes during your visit. It's important that you bring a backpack to store your belongings, as well as a water bottle to keep hydrated. Leonard Springs Nature Park has a lot of steep inclines, so be prepared to climb flights of stairs during your visit. Also, remember to check the weather. You might want to bring a jacket and wear layers in case it's chilly in the morning hours. Are you guys ready?